Hello and welcome back to Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. I am Tom. And when we left off, we had discovered our little industrial area here. Light industry, just north from Waterville, which is to the south here. I want to quickly check on a couple of things in the crafting menu if I can. Lockpick. Improvised lockpick. Requires metal sawing of one or more. That requires a rudimentary lockpick, and the rudimentary lockpick requires... The material requirements aren't too bad, but I am missing the lockpicking proficiency. Oh, which means we can craft it. We don't actually need the lockpicking proficiency. It just takes 2 times the time, or has 1.5 times the failure rate. Interesting. But the materials for that are not too difficult to come by, so maybe we get that sooner rather than later. The other thing I wanted to check was a quarterstaff, which is a nice weapon that only requires a long stick and has it has various attacks: rapid strike, sweep attack, parry. Lightweight and long, and it's surprisingly easy to handle. It doesn't appear to have reach, but it does have techniques. 66% damage, sweep attack, down 2 turns, and parry, high blocking ability. This is apparently quite a good early game weapon, the reason I looked into that. At the moment we are just using a simple, that is wear, I want wield, a large wooden club, which if we examine, we've never really taken an examination of this. We have a brutal strike, stun 1 turn, knock back 1 tile. I was wondering if the game had knockback in it. Knock back 1 tile, crit only, and sweep attack, down 2 turns. The thing is, I don't know how to switch techniques. The only thing I'm aware of is how to attack. It might be in the combat menu. Cycle movement, toggle crouch. Ooh, crouch. Movement mode. Fire wielded item, reload weapon, reload wielded item, spell casting. Toggle attack mode of wielded item. That's a capital F, apparently. Toggle attack mode. Never mind, times 2. I don't know if that's doing anything, actually. There's no feedback in this area here. The question is, what are we going to do? I think we're going to push on down this road a little ways. Just to... Well, it obviously comes out in this town here. That's where that road is leading, it looks like. We might be better off actually exploring out to the west a little ways, in this direction. We're still a little bit aimless, and I still don't know what we're doing. I know we need to go back home and sort of rest up our torso and our right arm. Need some healing quite desperately. But I'd like to get a little bit more of the world, a little bit better of an idea of what the world looks like. That's just a tire on the side of the road there. Oh, is it getting dark? What time is it? No, it can't be. My field of vision on the minimap just seemed to shrink slightly, and I'm not quite sure why. Could be anything, could be any of a number of factors. Could be that I'm in mild pain. Oh, it could just be the lighting. As you can see here, it describes the lighting as bright. You can get glare from the sun as a factor that can affect visibility, for which you need a hat or a pair of sunglasses or something like that. Take a look at this zombie over here, tough zombie, wherever it is. Just here. I still don't feel confident taking on a tough zombie, particularly not with the current state of our health. This was once an athletic human, now a brutal monster. Its facial features are twisted into an expression of pure rage. So, we are an athletic human, but we probably don't want to face off against that. Ooh, a rattlesnake. It is about as fast as you are. We probably don't want to face off against a rattlesnake either. But we've started to hit the exterior of a house here. I wonder where that is on the map. Yeah, it looks like the beginning of that town. I know this is me being a coward at every... I think the tough zombie is out of our view now, so if we just push on south a little ways. Spotted a zombie to the south. Take a look. Whereabouts are you? A bicycle? The bicycle might be worth getting. And the thing about the bicycle is, well, the condition of it is not great. Let's see. The extra light frame, the light wheel mount, their condition is fairly low. These are indicative of condition here. You can see the wire bike basket is, I think that's top condition. Compared to how my health looks, by the way, this is how they degrade over time. Yeah, so like a green bar is full, a little green dot is low, and when we're in worse condition, it starts to go yellow and then red as we get into more dangerous territory. So this bike has every part of it is still functional. We could take that bike, but where's this zombie? Where is this zombie? Ooh, just there. It's a bit slower than you. The thing is, we are approaching a town, so there's going to be more zombies. I wonder if we just remember the location of the bike. We can, if we want to, mark the location on our map with a note. You know what, maybe we go a little bit further, we ignore that zombie, and we push south a little more. There's another thing flashing on my minimap over here. That's just the tough zombie. Yeah. He's back in my view now. And a brainless zombie. I have to assume that a brainless zombie isn't too bad. Brainless zombie just here. A zombie like any other, except that its facial features and skull have been devastated. It's unclear what caused the damage, but between the scraps of flesh, you can see that its face and brain are gone, though its ears remain intact. Ah, I see. So it won't be able to see me, but it will be able to hear. Very interesting. Okay. I was reading up about Hulk zombies as well, the thing to the north that I don't want to face. They apparently have good sight, good hearing, and they can smell the player as well, which is scary. But I assume that's true of all zombies. I don't know if that's something that the Hulk zombie is meant to be better at than a traditional zombie. We're not that far from the bike now, are we? Let's ignore again and see if we can just... Nobody's really that interested in me yet, are they? Tough zombie to the east, that's fine. I think it probably still hasn't spotted me because I'm outside of its field of vision. I think our vision is better than... Yeah, our vision is better than the zombie's vision. We're going to ignore, keep going. There's a fair few. There's a fair few that just haven't spotted us yet, including a hazmat zombie. And then we're at the bike. Okay. So, being at the bike, I want to know, can anybody see me? Has anybody clocked me? No, you can't see me. What is this now? Hello. The wheels on this bike are popped and that one's not going to work at all. There's our hazmat zombie. A bit slower than me. This zombie is completely encased in a protective suit that apparently failed to protect it from whatever this infection is. At least it can't bite you from inside that suit. That's good. But it can still attack. Hazmat suit might be good for us. This window here is open as well. Open window. Which gives us access to this house, which we can't really get near without attracting some attention. This is an automatic street sweeper, so What's that, like an autonomous street sweeper, maybe? Not a vehicle we can actually use. How? I've never seen a bike in the game, so I don't know how to... There are vehicle controls here. I do know how to drive something. It's the carrot. You take control of the bicycle is ready for movement. So, let's push this button, and this one, and this one, and this one. Hang on a second. Oh yeah, that's right. We control our speed and then do what? I forget how to do the next bit. Let's take off nice and slow, just 4 miles per hour. And we want to be turning it around in this sort of a direction, please. Yeah. You can see what vehicles look like in this game when... Let's get back on the road where I think we might be a little bit faster. This could be making a bit of sound that's attracting attention, I don't know. But we can start to speed up a little bit now. Let's say 12 miles per hour. And then I'm just hitting full stop, which is the... typically it's the wait in place key. The steering, as you steer as well, time passes. I just need to be aware of where this road is going. We can probably go a bit faster than 12 miles per hour, can't we? Apparently 15 is my max though, so yeah, 15 could be the max. Just push up a little bit in this direction, using a very odd assortment of keys to cycle this thing. It's the typical H, J, K, and L movement keys, but when using a vehicle, operating a vehicle like a bicycle or a car, your H and your L are your turning circle, essentially. You can see if I hit L, it's turning us to, well, it's turning us clockwise, and H is turning us counterclockwise. So as I come to this corner, I just want to hit H a couple of times, and that's a good angle, so then I'll wait, using the full stop key, then turn ourselves fully to be heading in that direction, and then just press the wait key again. We have a bicycle. That's our main get from the south. That's not a bad vehicle, to be honest. Question is, where do we want to go from here? We could head over to light industry. We know light industry is clear. There are no major threats in the light industrial area. We could explore it a little more and even set up base there, sort of base away from this, the evac shelter. Or what I want to do just initially is I want to travel a little bit further west along this road just to see what's out there. So we'll probably do that. Head around this corner and keep on going. We want to avoid the scrap metal place. Well, we don't. There's no threats there. What we really want to avoid is our the large haulage company to the north of us there, because there are zombies littering that area. Bobcats and squirrels, nothing too much to worry us. Let's see what we've cleared out on the map. Nothing much. So we'll start turning around this corner. And yeah, let's just do that. The driving does take a little bit of getting used to, but once you do, it's not too bad actually. I've driven a car before. You can see how this graphical style, the roguelike style, is not really made for... What the hell is a crack? So I think I can... yeah. I can examine the terrain in front of me. Is this a crack? What is all of this? The pulped corpse of a human. The pulped corpses of several humans, in fact. Oh, it tells me what they've got on them. Using art to treat eating disorders. The psychology of stalking book. Yeah, I can see apparently from this distance Radio off. Oh my goodness. You're not carrying anything interesting. Pair of sunglasses. Oh, I can tell from this distance that this person was wearing ankle socks. Weaponizing crystals. You must be the Krek, are you? Krek, hostile. Can see to your current location. Is faster than me. What does that mean? Is it faster than me in general? Is it faster than me on my bicycle? I don't know. This is some form of otherworldly otherworldly, you say? Otherworldly hound. Lean and hungry looking, its twisted red flesh is stretched tightly across its misshapen angular frame, loping grotesquely along. Its unusually long neck stretches forward. Its skull-like head near the ground as it sniffs out its prey. Its foulness partially veiled by some arcane force, it seems to almost flicker in and out of your perceptions, in a fashion that awakens ancient nameless terrors in the back of your mind. I do not like that. And this is a amoebic mold that is much slower than me, is ignoring me and can't see to my current location. So the Krek can. The Krek can, and seems to have made work of at least 4 humans here. 4. I'm just 1 human. That is of concern. That is not great. But what can we see in the distance here? We can see a second evac shelter. Evac shelter. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, the thing is now. Let's consider what happens if we consider continuing forwards. The Krek can already see me, so it's going to start making its way towards me, presumably. I'm a good distance away at the moment. I'd prefer not to lead it back in the direction that I have just come from. So what I'd really like to do... I actually can't see the evac shelter. I don't know why it's marked on my map as though I've seen it. It can't be that far away. There's forest all around us, so we can hop off the bike and attempt to break line of sight. But I'm tempted to push on south down that road. It's risky, because who knows what else we're heading for. Or I could try and do a quick about turn and head back north up the road here. And maybe we lose it on the other side of the trees. So how would one do a quick turn on a bicycle? One would, well, it costs nothing to adjust our speed. So let's, I can do reverse if I want to. Oh god. We're slowing down from 15 miles per hour to 0. That's sort of my first step here. And then I do want to very quickly turn this thing around, so actually let's, I think, go south. There's plenty of space beneath us. And what I want to do is I want to head around this grass. And then around the other side, just like this. What's the Krek doing at this point in time? I think it's moved. I think it is heading... Oh, it's coming through the trees as well. I think it is heading towards us. Hostile can't see to your current location. I thought it could. Maybe it could before, but it cannot see me now. Why is that? Ooh, yeah, why is that? It has line of sight to me, but it is not presently interested in me. For whatever reasons. Let's continue up like this. Get back onto this road and keep going. Before we lose sight of it, I'd like to take a look behind us and see what does it seem to be doing. It's come deeper into the trees. Still can't see me. Is hostile to something. And I think the thing it is hostile to is me. I think it's trying to track me. But it doesn't currently have sight of me. I think we're going to make a clean getaway here. Okay. Keep on up this road. Just the more distance I put between me and it, the better, obviously. Right, we've got no sight of it now. So I think things are good. Things are a bit safer. I think we go to the industrial complex just down here. And we see what we've got. So I'm going to turn into one of these spots. I'm going to slow down. How do I slow down? To about 4 miles per hour. Just sort of park it in that spot there. And great, then dismount. Examine, remember vehicle position, stop driving, let go of controls, pull handbrake, control individual engines, disable cruise control, honk horn. Oh, interesting. All I want to do is stop driving. I let go of the controls and I can... No, it should be a stopped vehicle now, actually. There we go. I just had to wait 1 moment. Let's not do that. Let's go around the outside on the path like a normal human being. What is the state of this vehicle, by the way? Is it drivable? It's got no gas. No gas. We're safe here, I think. We're safe here and we have a source of food. Not a great amount of light here. What is that, by the way? Plastic shopping bag. Water, presumably from the toilet. Let's not drink toilet water. We've got a kitchen. A kitchen with fresh apple, fresh banana. How are we for hunger? We're good. Cheese and clean water. We've also got cola, and I think those will just last forever. I want to know what's going on with our friend, the vending machines here. I know I need money to buy things, but we've got a lot of various drinks. What about this one? I know this one has, yeah, candy and chocolate bars, buttered popcorn, potato chips. If we want to, we can just smash those. I think I've mentioned in the previous episode that they set off an alarm. That's the kitchen again. This is just the back door, isn't it? Yeah. These lockers appear to contain nothing. A little office space here. With marbles. Now, yes, I did do some research, actually, into the bow. We can't make arrows. We can make the bow, the survival bow, but we can't make arrows until we have a certain archery proficiency, which is difficult to get. Obviously, if you're not doing archery, then how are you supposed to work up the archery proficiency to get the arrows in the first place? You can find a book that will teach you the recipe, I think. So we have to be on the lookout for a certain book. It might not be... It's not this. No. Messenger bag useful, though. Yeah. Having additional inventory space via, say, a messenger bag is not a bad thing. A couple of really good flashlights. History of firefighting. What else have we got? Got a shelf with a few books here. Autobiography of a Mountain Man. And La Vida Deliciosa. Definitive Mexican, presumably, cooking. Okay. Does this place have an... I thought these were stairs. They're not stairs. There's another lighter. We are kind of swimming in lighters, I think. We don't need to learn how to start fires, because we have plenty of tools to do it for us. And hello! Just some scrap metal here on the ground, but more interestingly is what's behind this gate that I can't open, I don't think. The locked wire gate is locked. If only you had something to pick its lock with. We were talking about lockpicks, weren't we? And how they're not too difficult to make. There's a steel chain here. Lots of machinery, which we could perhaps dismantle. Connect drill press to grid. So these are drill presses. Or some of them are anyway. How useful that is to us, I don't know. What, the furnace is empty. Fill it with powdered coke and lime mix and try again. There's also a furnace. Nothing to be examined. I wanted to close, actually. I wanted to see what this was. Just a file. When you say file, what do you mean? Several documents. Okay. Thought maybe you meant file as in, like a nail file. But it's not the case. Empty bathroom. Spray can with aerosol paint. There's another file there. This is going to be another back door. Nothing dangerous outside to the north of us. Where are we in the world? Yeah, well, we do know that the zombie Hulk is in this part of the world. It was fighting some dogs over here when we last saw it, so... I'm still a little bit nervous about heading back north. CRC Merc Handbook, 4th edition. And the art of Japanese armor making. Useful to us, eventually, but I don't think we have the proficiency to even begin reading those. Briefcase and a plastic bottle. Now, does the briefcase... It doesn't look like it contains anything. And it looks like there's nothing else in there. What else have we got around here? Aluminum can sealed with... That's a free drink, apparently. And some paper. And there's another file on the floor there. It looks like another fizzy drink on the other side. Yeah. And whatever this is. A smartphone with 81 out of 120 battery. Okay, we already actually have a smartphone. It's great, you can use it to take pictures. Take selfies or something like that. Which is a unnecessary thing to do in this game, I think. Well, maybe there are people out there who will ask you to take a photo of something. You can take either a selfie or a photo of the general area. Okay. So what have we got here, really? Good source of food and drink. We'd lack a bed, but that's fine. We have plenty of time to make one if we want to make a home here. It could be a good place to sort of say, this is our new base of operations. There is, of course, the other building on this side. Let's come in via this main door here. Wrong button. Where, once again, standpipe maintenance log. We've got aluminum can sealed with dark cola, a file. More files here. If we take a look at... there's nothing to be examined. Ah, right. Yeah, I know. Again, same sort of food as the previous food one, which makes this one the drinks. Yes, it does. Yes, indeed. Another... sort of, what is this? Well, here's a question. Can I open the garage? Use the mechanical winch. And I don't want to, but if it's a mechanical winch, then presumably we can use it and open up the door. So if we wanted to bring a vehicle into this workshop, we could do. Presumably that's true on the other side as well. What have we got here? Air compressor. That's not. Various bits and bobs around here. A multimeter? What is a multimeter? Plus RAM, plus a small LCD screen. A multimeter is a gadget is a little bigger than a handheld calculator with a digital display and 2 pointed probes connected by wires. It can measure not just voltage, but current in amps and resistance in ohms, as well as test for electrical continuity. We have no immediate use for that. This looks like sheet metal on the floor here as well, by the way. Steel plating. Okay. Another bathroom with just water. Water from the toilet. Another big bunch of nothing here. I didn't mean to climb onto the... And that is a locked gate, but what can I see in there? Yes, a locked wire gate. If I could get a lockpick, that would be great. A soldering iron, multimeter and super glue, chunk of steel, and then just some electronic machinery. Over here, probably the same situation with the locked gate. Yep. Doesn't look like there's anything in any of these lockers. We might be able to see by now if there were. So there's just the steel plating. So we don't need to concern ourselves too much with that. I think if we're making a base of operations somewhere, there's a coat here. Crafty Crafters Quarterly. Raincoat Poor Fit. Batter Up. Tactical Handgun Digest. None of those are yet readable by me though, so just continuing on into this sort of area. Aluminum can, dark cola, not bad. It's presumably the same on the desk there as well. Let me check this. Hip flask with vodka. Now vodka's quite good. Any alcohol is good. A laptop computer with a 500 charge. That might be worth looking at. I'm not 100% certain that it will be worth looking at, but it could have some valuable information on it. It could. It may not, but it could be worth a look. Like it could have documents, or it could have ebooks or something. I don't know. Nothing particularly in this room. Oh, a character sheet. Is that just another, yeah, Dungeons & Dragons 6th edition character sheet? Wow. This one is for a paladin. Wow. Okay, so Dungeons & Dragons fans worked in this office. Anything here? Just a purse that may contain some stuff. Well, actually, I don't know if it does, but we may as well take a look. Where is that purse? Examine, no. Enter. Can I open it or empty it at all? Where? Wheel throw. Unload. Oh, insert. You could presumably put something in it. There's also pocket settings. I don't know what that is. Favorite view recipe. Hide contents. Show contents. So I think it has no contents. I think it's just an empty purse. Reassign. What is pocket settings? Currently modifying. Right, this pocket is empty. We know that. Modify pocket settings and move items between pockets. Currently modifying whitelist. Okay, so you can maybe adjust what gets automatically put somewhere. Just dropping the purse, by the way. Nothing in that cabinet there. One last room, nothing on the bookshelf, seemingly nothing at the desk, and a unknown thing here. Ah, a safe. Which again, we can't really do anything with. We just mess with the dial for a little bit. We've been here, yeah. Okay. So I would need to learn safe cracking before we could get in that safe. I think the other building, the one across the road, is the better place to set up ourselves as sort of living in for the time being. If we want to do that. We've got a seemingly a creature from another dimension in this direction. We've got a town full of zombies in this direction. We do have a friend in the world right here who wants us to bring him some scrap metal from microwaves, mainly. Although, presumably quite a lot of it. We have another friend up in the world here who wants loads and loads of cattails we could go to these swamps to get. We've got the fire lookout tower here, which seems to be the source of a working vehicle. Whether or not it has fuel or anything, we don't know. But the vehicle looks usable. I didn't really examine it from afar, did I? We've got the town over in Clarendon, which we investigated a little bit. We know that the Potter's Cottage here has a good source of fresh food. But any further south into Clarendon is a little bit dangerous for us. So what we really need to do is... Oh, I really don't know. We've got a bicycle now. We still need to think about working on our lockpicking proficiency. And whether or not the weapon we've got at the moment is any good for us, because it's kind of... it requires us to get into contact with our enemy, and they can then claw at us and attack, which is troubling. What I want is a weapon with reach, and it seems that we're not ready for that, does it? If I, again, filter and do the search for reach attack. But if we learn to use the different techniques of weapons, we can instigate knockback, or we can do various things to defend ourselves. That requires quite a lot. It was the spike on a stick that was just cordage pieces and a long stick. One long stick. So I don't know if we've even found a long stick yet, but that shouldn't be too difficult for us to find in, say, a forest. Whether or not we call it here, whether or not we start... Oh, it's still early in the day. Early in the day, but progress is slow. What can I do? As I say, to the west of us there is the dog from another dimension, seemingly. To the north of us there is a zombie Hulk. And to the south east, a town full of zombies. One of the best things to do would be to wait out the day. I don't even have crafting supplies here, do I? What I should do... Yeah, okay. What we're going to do... We've explored the general area. Oh, I wonder if I'm about to do this, can I take the bike with me, is the question. I think we need to head back north. Back to where we came from. Through the forest. Which means I'd like to... Let's see. How does one take a note on their map? Capital N to create or edit a note. And then, yes, color codes. Okay. Oh dear. Add a note to the map. For a custom glyph or color, follow the examples below. Default glyph and color looks like this. It is a capital yellow N. Okay, I'm quite happy for it to be a capital yellow N. I just want it to be... I just want it to say bike. We have a bike here. And it could be a base of operations for us, couldn't it? Yeah. Because what we're going to do is we're going to push north, but we're going to take the forest path. And then try to cut through here. Just go straight north, basically. That way we hopefully avoid contact with our zombie Hulk friend. We know we have access to a maybe working car, but there's no gasoline here. We want to create a lockpick. And again, I keep coming back to this, and what do I need for that? Oh, just wire. Wire is the hard part of this, isn't it? Copper wire, hairpin, wire. We'll go back north. We'll think about gathering those cattails as well, I think. So is it just a straight... It's just a straight shot north from here, which should be clear. Yes, I thought it was a straight shot north from here. What is this, by the way? Examine the vehicle. What am I looking at here? Door, frame, wheel. How much gasoline, if any of you got? Because if we could find a container and siphon it, that would be something. There is something in this car here. Just a large plastic sheet, so that's not that interesting. We had take another look at it. Examine vehicle. I'm looking. It is wrecked, yeah, I know that. I'm not interested in the actual vehicle itself. 1.6 litre. Is that i4 engine? Fuel, gasoline use. God, sometimes it says and sometimes it doesn't. I'm not entirely sure how to see that. So I don't know if that's got gasoline or not. We'll be coming back in this direction anyway, so no concern there. What is this? Trailhead. Have we investigated this trailhead, by the way? I feel we haven't. Oh, yes, we have. Yes, we found the water pump here and everything. Yeah, good source of water, maybe. Not fully convinced of that. We should have, before setting off back north, we should have picked up some things. Whatever was fresh down at the industrial complex. What is this? Just a regular stick, not a long stick. Long stick is what I'm on the lookout for. But maybe you need to break those off a tree or something. I wouldn't know the difference by sight. What a stick versus a long stick is going to look like. I think everything I'm seeing at the moment is just a regular stick. Okay, something is happening to the path here. Here we go. Keep going, keep going. The path goes this way. Just occasionally stopping to see if I can see any sticks. No, I'm gonna have to look up. This is the sort of game that you play with a wiki open or something. Like playing Minecraft back in the day before all the recipes were added to a recipe book in the game. Because there's so much to do. I think here is where we want to continue just straight north, because we want to avoid being seen in this area where we know the Hulk is. However, the Hulk did set off north-ish from here, which puts it somewhere in this area, and that is not good for us. Because a lot of the things that we want to do are up here. If we can work out how to make a lockpick, we want to get in here. If we can work up the nerve to go get those cattails, we want to go to the swamp here. Let's just push north. That's the idea. For the time being, I'm just going north. The forest will let up eventually. Every so often I see what is clearly a log, right? Not a... like, that's what this is. This is clearly a log that I can hop over. Moving off of this tall grass is slow. Oh, interesting. Okay. Let's just keep pushing. No, we'll go around the outside of that. Oh. We should come out eventually here. It would be good when we do to take a look to the south and see if we can see our zombie Hulk threat at all. We've rejoined a path. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, just keep north out here, and then we're practically home. Here we are, back to the road. Okay then. Yeah, there's going to be a tree line between us and the Hulk zombie, I think. Even if there weren't, I think it's probably out of our field of view anyway. So, here we are back in this part of the world where we've left a bunch of stuff behind. We still need to make fire for the first time. We still need to make fire and figure out how to make a replenishable source of food. Oh, you know what? I got distracted. I was talking about the bow and the arrows and how we can't make arrows yet because we need to learn the recipe or gain that proficiency. What we can do is, there was those marbles. That's what triggered it. There was the marbles in the bin. Was there any here as well? I don't think there was. No, I think that was a different playthrough. So there was the marbles in the bin, and those marbles can be used as well as, I think, pebbles as slingshot items for a slingshot. So if we search for slingshot, I think that's something we can also make, and that might be a good first ranged weapon. We would just need a rubber hose, which we don't have. However, we can also make slingshot ammunition. Can we? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We can't make. Why would we want to make marbles? Glass flask or glass shot? That's a lot. Bearings as well takes quite a lot. Clay pellet, but we can make pebbles out of flint or flaking rock or sharp rock. And rocks are easy to come by. Flint, we've got one of that. This would make how many? 10 pebbles. 10 pebbles. Marbles are a good source of ammunition for the slingshot as well. So if we just find a rubber hose, that's, I think, going to be our first, like, ranged weapon. I don't know how much damage it'll do. Probably not much, but if we've got plenty of ammunition and we are faster than what we're fighting, then it'll be good. It'll just be good, you know. No, we'll be able to take a shot, and then back away if the threat is approaching us. Then take another shot, and so they'll never get close enough to harm us, which is good and is better than what we've been doing so far, which is taking them on one-to-one. We haven't even checked in here apparently. Emergency blanket. Oh, more lighters. More clean water, more protein rations. Plastic Tupperware. No plastic hose. We might need to disassemble something to find the plastic hose that I'm interested in. Have we already been down here? It looks like we have. But we can demolish various things down here as well. We've got, first aid kit. A gallon jug with ammonia solution. Bleach, which I may have read is good for making sterile bandages. We haven't been making sterile bandages. We've just been making bandages, which is apparently a problem because that can cause infection naturally. Like I say, this game is ridiculously detailed. What else have we got here? Striped pants that are a good fit apparently. Soap, washing soda, scrub brush, paper, gallon jug, bleach, bubble wrap, and then just the toilets. So it's worth remembering that all of this is here. But there's more benches down here as well to break apart for wood. Or we could bring things down here, like the brazier, the bed, and everything, and we could say, okay, we live in the basement now because it's safer. Oh, hello. FEMA evacuation pamphlet, glass shard, paper wrapper, plastic bottle, teddy bear, and a protein ration. Let's take all those. And there's nothing else down here, I don't think. Doesn't look like. No. I heard a noise. I think that's just my echo, isn't it? Yeah. Sometimes, like the echo echoes back to you. I think that's what goes on there. And there's a bunch in here as well. A bunch more protein rations and various bits and bobs. So that is interesting. In the next episode, we will... I think we'll finally go and we'll start collecting cattails, because it would be good to turn in a mission. He'll teach us to make, and I think he said antiseptic, and yeah, I think he said antiseptic, which would be good for combating diseases if we ever come across those. Oh, I also need to figure out, there's so many things here. What's this do? Sought armor. What's this do? Select a style. Keep hands free off. No. What's this do? Achievements and whatnot. What's this do? Disassemble items. I know what that does. I know what that does. What's this do? That's, yeah, no vehicle controls in front of me. What about this? Execute which action? Wow. Apply to wound. Calories intake tracker. That's useful. That genuinely is useful. Consume aspirin. Cut up an item. There are so many like menus and submenus, and there was one that was really interesting, but I can't. Wait, was that? Oh, goddamn. Oh, if I want to, I can, I think, change up the sidebar. That's cool. This is the one I wanted to find, because look at the detail here. And if I go to the left hand, look at, like, each individual part of you is like the health of it is modeled and everything. Which part of us is injured? The right arm and the torso. So if we back out of here and go to the right arm, our right elbow. Oh no, it's just in general, yeah. So the health of the right arm in general is that. But you can see the different effects, like the levels of coverage that we're getting from, I guess, the t-shirt and hoodie that we're wearing. Plus the encumbrance, like individual encumbrance for every part of you as well. This is just a lot. Like every individual part of you has its encumbrance level. Like if you're wearing something there, I'm not wearing anything around my neck like a necklace or anything, so there's no encumbrance. But I am wearing clothes that encumber me here and give me coverage. Apparently nothing on my front torso hang. There's also, yeah, upper torso general, back torso hang. If I was, I'm wearing a runner pack as well. Duffel bag, runner pack, first aid kit. Oh, cool. Couldn't even tell you how I got into that menu now. Was it this? Yes, it was. The what's this do then? Mutations. Okay. Yeah, it's the curly brace. It's left curly brace to open up the detailed body status menu, which is ludicrous. Just ludicrous levels of detail and unknown command. Okay, so that one's unknown. This one was mutations. This one was sidebar options, and this one was, yeah. But yeah, practically every button on your keyboard is mapped to something, and not just every key, but like shift plus every key as well. You have a shift mode. So ridiculously detailed. As I say, in the next episode, what I think we will do is we will head into the swamp to the north. Those zombies here can't harm us. So we'll head up here and try to gather some cattails. We will also, I think, try to craft a lockpick and see... Because the zombies here at the fire lookout tower, they're not a major threat to us. So we can take them out one at a time and maybe take a better look at this area if I can create the lockpick that I want to, for which maybe I've already got the... maybe I've already got everything I need right here. Should we take a look? Lockpick. I can make an improvised lockpick. Okay. So yeah, I think we'll make a lockpick and we'll go and we'll try and pick the lock back at the fire lookout tower. We will also go and gather some cattails. And then Then we'll take a look at our health situation and try to take this seriously. Because if we're fighting zombies, that's gonna be bad. We should think about getting a ranged weapon like the slingshot for a start. That's gonna be a really good idea. So, in the meantime, this has been Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. I've been Tom. Thank you very much for watching, and ta-ra.